I'm going to provide you with 5 important points about FAR Part 9, Contractor Qualifications. Being considered a responsible contractor is important. Federal Acquisition Regulation 9 ensures that the government only works with qualified, ethical, and capable contractors. Government contracting officers will determine if a contractor is responsible or not by conducting responsibility determinations and reviewing debarment and suspension status, conflicts of interest, qualification standards, and subcontractor vetting. Understanding these rules helps contractors maintain eligibility and successfully compete for federal contracts. First, ensure you understand responsibility determination. Federal agencies only award contracts to entities deemed responsible. Responsibility includes factors like financial stability, performance history, technical capabilities, and ethical conduct. Before awarding a contract, the government must determine that the apparently successful offerer or contractor is responsible. Contracting officers must document this determination in writing. A responsible contractor must have adequate financial resources, must be able to comply with delivery or performance schedules, must have the necessary organization, experience, and technical skills, must also have a satisfactory performance record. Past performance is a responsibility factor. Agencies heavily weigh past performance in responsibility determinations. They must also maintain a satisfactory record of integrity and business ethics. A satisfactory record of integrity and business ethics is a key responsibility criterion. Integrity and ethics are illustrated through your corporate character and performance over time. As a contractor, you need to ensure you can demonstrate these qualities in your proposal or when requested by the government. Ensure you maintain compliance with federal ethics standards, including proper handling of conflicts of interest, truthful certifications, and adherence to federal acquisition regulation requirements. One of the primary ways to ensure compliance is through performance and documentation. For example, as a government contracting officer, one way to determine the financial stability of a contractor is to request the contractor to provide financial statements such as their balance sheet, statement of cash flows, and profit and loss statements. These statements provide an indication to the financial health of a company. As a contractor, you need to ensure your financial records and books are in order. Hire a bookkeeper and/or an accountant if necessary. Another example, as a contractor, you're required to be ethical. One way to demonstrate ethical conduct as a contractor is to conduct annual government contracting ethics training with your team and document the training event and attendees. Conduct this training at least one time per year and make attendance a requirement. What this does is it demonstrates intention and is one of many things that may be provided to the government to help mitigate responsibility concerns. Shoot me a note if you're interested in annual training for your team. Second, prime contractors must ensure their subcontractors are also responsible. This includes evaluating your subcontractor's financial stability, technical capabilities, and past performance. Prime contractors are also responsible for ensuring their subcontractors are qualified and ethical. Failure to properly vet subcontractors may jeopardize the prime contractor's performance and compliance with FAR regulations. This is where FAR flow-down clauses may come into play. Third, some contracts require contractors to meet specific qualification standards to ensure they can deliver the goods or services. Examples include certifications, pre-approval, or testing. Contractors should identify these requirements in solicitations and prepare in advance to meet them, such as obtaining certifications or the appropriate certifications or completing pre-qualification processes. As an example, the government may require offerors to provide a sample of the item that is being purchased. Submittal of a sample may be a prerequisite to submitting a proposal. If you did not submit the sample, then you are ineligible to submit a proposal in this example and therefore would be ineligible for contract award. Fourth, contractors may be debarred or suspended from receiving federal contracts for misconduct such as fraud, criminal offenses, or violating contract terms. Debarred means excluded for a set period of time. Suspended means temporarily excluded. In accordance with FAR 9.405, contractors who are debarred, suspended, or proposed for debarment are excluded from receiving contracts, and agencies shall not solicit offers from, award contracts to, or consent to subcontracts with these contractors. Contractors debarred, suspended, or proposed for debarment are also excluded from conducting business with the government as agents or representatives of other contractors. An example, as 1099 subcontractors, this would not be allowable because you would still be on the debarment list. System for Award Management, SAM.gov, maintains a list of excluded parties. Government contracting officers are required to check the list of excluded parties prior to awarding each contract. Contractors must ensure they are not on this list to remain eligible for federal contracts. Speaking from personal experience, being proposed for debarment is just as bad as debarment. As a Skyway acquisition consultant, I was a program manager for a debarment case we were managing for the Army. My role was to monitor and assist the contractor in becoming a responsible and ethical contractor. The contractor routinely faced roadblocks to contracting opportunities due to their proposed debarment status. Not only were some government agencies hands off and not wanting to engage the contractor with new work, but other defense contractors were skeptical as well and concerned about engaging the contractor in partnership. Fortunately, the company turned themselves around and are heading in the right direction with the proper governance in place for them to remain responsible and ethical. Fifth, an organizational conflict of interest occurs when a contractor's other business interests may impair their objectivity or give them an unfair advantage in federal procurement. Government agencies must identify, mitigate, or avoid organizational conflicts of interest to ensure fairness and prevent bias in the procurement process. Contractors should disclose potential conflicts and work with the agency to resolve them. An example of an organizational conflict of interest may be when a contractor is providing a government program office with organizational support, such as budget, financial management support, BFMs, acquisition support, program management support, and let's say scheduling support. In the example, the program management office is soliciting a contract opportunity that the contractor support help the government to develop and support the acquisition planning and packaging of the project. The contractor in this case has a conflict of interest and should not bid or propose on the subject contracting opportunity because they have an unfair advantage. Essentially, they need to refrain from bidding on the project because they have inside knowledge of the government's source documents and planning and estimate and everything that went into why the government made the decisions that they made. Their participation in the competition will totally sack the government's contracting effort through unlikely and resulting protests. In summary, FAR Part 9 ensures the government only works with qualified, ethical, and capable contractors. Understanding these rules helps contractors maintain eligibility and the contracting officer in government to only award to businesses determined to be responsible. If you want to learn more, shoot me an email or send me a note, and I'd be happy to discuss. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you next time.